Hello, everyone. 8 o'clock kind of came and neither Bess or I noticed.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those days. I hope you all are ready.
All right. Hi, KK. Hi, Kaylee. Hello, Laura. Kaylee and Laura yelling back and forth at each other. Hello, Courtney. Jessica Baker. KK. Oh, I said KK. Jen, Kaylee. Oh, the other Kaylee. Hi, Stephanie.
Well, that's terrifying. I am not ready for the end of the year yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to answer all the nice comments about my hair. It's just a ponytail. Like that's just what my hair does. It's just doing its own thing.
Hi, Ellery. We are here for not chaos, so this is gonna be interesting.
Maybe a little chaos.
Not intentional chaos. Hi, T Hermit.
Rude. August is the best month.
It does feel early though.
Everyone's so mean. Yeah, I want to talk about what Adriana's talking about.
Hi, Adriana.
Bullying August.
They're not bullying August. The year's just moving quickly.
He said it's gross.
No, they said it's gross that it is about to be August.
I'm being picked on.
You're not.
This is oppression.
I was talking to someone the other day about astrology, which I know very little about, but just enough to like pass in a conversation, right? But I said something about being Libra, and they're like, oh, and I was like, that's everyone's response to me being Libra. Like, even people who love to talk about astrology, when I say I'm Libra, they're just like, oh.
What does that mean?
I guess it's just not a very exciting sign. I don't know. It's never on any of the lists. It's like 6 best signs to date or 6 worst signs to date, which I don't understand how it's on neither of those. It's the forgotten sign. People don't like fair and balanced jewels. That's the truth. That's really what it's about. Is Libras are just kind of like there. I'm an excellent Libra.
After what you just said, that feels like an insult.
No, it's because it's not like, it's just like, I think we don't really cause trouble.
Fun.
Yeah, but that agent also has dubious credibility.
Oh yeah, not for sure, but still fun. I approve of drama. It's a good reason to do things.
I'm jobless. Yeah, Danny told me about his new job.
Y'all, I worked so hard on these zines that I'm going to be passing out at the convention in 2 weeks. And I printed 100 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I opened it, and the first line had a typo.
Oh no.
And I sent the table of contents to some friends, and they were like, is that supposed to be the title of that piece? And so in the first 2 pages, there were 2 typos. So I had to buy whiteout, and then I erased 208 typos from the world.
Oh my goodness.
So that's how I spent my day.
Yes, Geminis do get a bad rap.
I don't know what any of this means, but I'm very sorry for all of you and your bad reputations.
But people do love to talk about Geminis. I bet you never get, oh, when you tell people you're a Gemini. What are we going to be working on today?
I think it came across very nicely with the double question marks.
Yeah.
Perfect. There is nothing worse than having something that you need fall behind the couch. Like, even though the back of my couch is right there and easily accessible, like, I don't want to get up. I'm on the couch. I am comfortable here. That blanket is like, what's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio, just like off the Titanic door. That is gone forever.
Say my mom, she can't lean over, so she has these like grabby things all over the house, like long.
Did any of them have dinosaur heads? Because that's the best kind.
They don't. I wish they did. But I honestly use it sometimes when you drop something like under a shelf or something. I'm like, maybe I need to get one when I move out.
Makes sense to me.
I've done that before.
Every so often at the gym, I just like rebel against exercise because it feels like it is actively draining my limited dignity, I'm just like, this is too undignified. I cannot today. Ooh, fancy. Everyone is ready. Well, that's exciting.
I will not be in downtown Orlando on Saturday.
We love wacky. So where will you be and why will you be here?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you and Laura, you.
I'm doing a virtual conference this weekend.
So you'll be like 40 minutes out of town.
Yeah, I'll be at my house.
That's a fun coincidence. I will be doing a virtual interview on Saturday.
Oh, with who?
Potter Watch. And they're in California.
Oh yeah, I had dinner with Courtney and Stephanie.
You didn't tell me Courtney was there. I would have said hi to Courtney too. Courtney, belated hi. That is Sarah's fault.
That's right. She did say hi, Stephanie.
You didn't tell Stephanie hi?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but there's so many better things to do in downtown Orlando than sit in the car. There's like 17 boba places within like 5 blocks of me.
Nick and I are gonna do something tomorrow afternoon, but we don't know what.
Are you off tomorrow?
Yeah, I have an oil change and then I'm free after. What's it? Your leftovers? Nice.
Shocking behavior. Kevin made grilled cheese, so I'm happy.
Oh, I'm gonna be working on critiques for this conference this weekend. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
I think I have to work on episode script because it's a never-ending cycle when you do a podcast. I do like half as many podcasts as everyone else because I only do like 2 a month. But everyone else takes like months and months off, like in the summer and the winter, and I'm a little jealous. I think like overall it averages out to the same number of time off, but I'm a little jealous. Thank you, Kay.
Oh yeah, we gotta do our spiders. Oh, my wrists are really tight today. I saw a guy talking about the Barbie movie. They did a test run where they were doing, all the actors were doing paddle hands, so their hands had to be like this all the time, like the dolls. And he said Dua Lipa could never always mess up her paddle hands, but she did it because her pinky was down. And I can't even get my hand to do that.
I can do it on one hand apparently, but this one doesn't want to.
Yeah. All right, it's time to start.
Oh no. Okay, gotta find the clock.
On your mark, get set.
Focus. And that's time. Our first sprint is now complete. And who wants to hear about the history of zines? Because that's what I ended up doing instead of my work.
Who wants to hear about what?
The history of zines.
The history of zines. Okay.
Well, apparently not Sarah. How did you do?
Not very well. I didn't even get through one critique, so this is gonna be a challenge.
But you did some of the critique.
347, nice. 273, well done.
Laura, you're my favorite. So everyone sort of says that they started with the sci-fi nerds of the 1930s, which I assumed. Actually, I assumed even later. I thought it started in the 60s with Star Trek, but it actually started in the 1870s with amateur printing press nerds who were like 17, 18, and were like, I can have a printing press in my house. And then they just did. And I love that. But the part that people most often leave out is that it was actually zines as like a way to distribute information really happened in the 1920s during the Harlem Renaissance. Like Langston Hughes had a zine, which you can still buy, by the way, which is super cool. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, what Sarah said. Basically, it's, like a way to share things that you think are cool by yourself without having your own printing press, because not all of us are rich nerds from the 1870s.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay.
I know, right? No one tells you that. I just always associate it back to the 1960s, or and then like the 80s, 90s with like the feminism and punk and counterculture movements. But 1870s nerds is like the perfect place for my hobby to have begun. Because I'm a, I guess, 2020s nerd at the moment.
What is your zine that you made 104 copies of about?
Fan fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fan fiction and fan art to just give out at the convention in 2 weeks. And look, a friend made a comic based on one of my fanfics. Isn't that cool? They're frogs.
Oh my god, if I had wine right now, I would go immediately to sleep.
Sounds like you are not alone. Wait, like any art? Like the cover?
Oh yeah, bring the cover closer.
Isn't that pretty?
Who made that?
My friend Terry.
Nice.
She also did the comic. And then a friend of hers submitted at the last minute, so I have one other art. Isn't that cool?
Nice.
I was like, I want to give out a zine. And all these people were like, hey, that's cool. Can I be in your zine? And now I have a zine.
Cool. You're basically a publisher now.
Being a publisher is really expensive. So yeah, zines are neat and I love them and everyone should make one. You can see my growing one-pager collection back here that like friends and Kevin
I got
made.
a new cup.
It's not sparkly. What happened to the sparkly one?
The sparkly one cannot be washed in the dishwasher, and sometimes I'm just tired.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Most
authentic, and it is made out of 100% recycled glass.
Cool. Well, it sounds like everyone kind of crushed it, and I'm very proud of everyone.
Yeah, everyone did a lot of work. Okay.
Dude, zines are the most. Was it like one of these, or there are zines everywhere? Okay, yeah. So what you got to do is go one pager. One pager is the way. Because then you can just like copy it on a regular printer, as many as you like. Because like each of these is $6.
Goodness.
Like if I were going to charge people, I'd have to charge like $7. I know, right?
Yeah. Someone made fun of me for wanting that.
Yeah, no, for sure go one pager. They are super quick and easy and fun. This is the one that I started everyone out with at the zine meetup. Because yeah, this costs $6 to print, and I have 100 of them.
Sounds like the same.
I feel your pain. Normally, I do the folding and stapling myself, but I just didn't have the time this time. That makes it marginally cheaper.
Courtney.
Oh my gosh, Kaylee, we have to get together. I will bring all of my zine supplies. Come to a zine meetup, or I will come to you. I will travel for zines. Explain that to me immediately.
That's real.
I don't understand. How is that possible? I guess technically if you go to like a zine printer, they're not as expensive. But I don't know any. I think I know of a couple, but I've never tracked them down properly. Okay, it's a really cool way of folding it. So like there's the front, and then there's the first page, and then the second page, and then the third page, and then the back. And you can flip it inside out and have a whole other set of pages.
So we have 3 minutes before we do our next print.
What's everyone drinking?
What is everyone drinking and eating tonight?
And it's inside out now with more pages.
There you go.
Zines are neat, and more people should make them. Now, come back here and explain that to me while we all talk about what we're drinking. Artificial intelligence water. Tell me more. People say to do that, or said to do that. Now more people say that they have the computer read it out to them.
Mm-hmm. Some people print it out, but milk. Okay.
So cereal makes sense. Now, I don't understand. That's nuts because they're so expensive. Like this is, oh no, math. 8 pieces of paper? Because it's 40 pages, but each paper is 4. That's 8, right?
40 pages, and each paper is 4.
Yeah, because you print
10.
10? 10. 10 is math. Kevin's not laughing at me, but only because he's not listening.
Look at Laura drinking water.
Hey, so healthy.
Sourdough. Are you drinking 4 different things, Courtney?
I believe in you, Courtney. Don't let anyone bring you down.
Nutty tea.
Oh, right. Math is hard, y'all.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say something, but it totally slipped my mind, so I won't.
Was it you're totally going to come to my zine meetup, which we'll talk about in the next thing?
Sure.
Sarah's still coming to the next zine meetup.
I usually work Tuesday nights.
Well, no take backsies. That makes sense to me. Oh, it's almost time. I hope everyone's starting to focus and do exercises.
Got 5 seconds before we start another sprint.
Just enough time to find my clock.
Get set.
Do your best. And that's time. Believe it or not, our second sprint is complete.
I also want guacamole now, so
Guac sounds great. Let's get guac.
yeah.
So I wrote a little bit of my script, which is nice, and was introduced to the band Dog Park Dissidents. And if you like punk rock, they're kind of awesome.
Okay. I finished reading my critique and now I'm writing the letter portion. Well done. D. Herman, good job, Jules. Nice, Jessica.
Oh, no, pardon.
Yeah, my fault. Nice, Courtney.
Everyone is doing so well. I am so impressed.
Well done, Adriana.
You're going to go back and handwrite them now?
No, I think she means just to save paper.
Oh.
What's coming up, Bess?
I have a zine meetup. You guys should come. It's a lot of fun. We make stuff, and you meet cool people who also make stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Tuesday the 1st.
I have a very popular workshop coming up on Friday that Literary Agent is teaching on info dumping versus infolding.
I've never heard infolding as a term, but I see exactly what they're saying.
Yeah. And then there's also one on publishing contracts for short fiction. So if you're interested in short fiction, that might be a good one for you too.
Well,
Oh.
Sorry. I have a friend who was very excited and texting me.
And there was something I was going to say, but I forgot.
Was it, what are you guys reading in your book club? And does it happen from 5:30 to 7? Because if not, you should totally come to my zine meetup. It's the first Tuesday of the month.
I don't think Jen can drive over here that easily.
Well, not with that attitude.
What's happening? Oh, cookbook or something different. It is very different, yes. What was I gonna say? Oh, I scheduled all the Wednesday write-ins.
Oh yeah, I saw there's a whole list.
Yeah.
Anyone else have something cool coming up?
All right. Jen, I saw your sister being extremely helpful in the comments of an author's page. She was like, what do we call urban fantasy and paranormal romance now? And she was like, is it magical realism? And some people were like, yes, magical realism. I was like, please, for the love of God, do not call it magical realism.
I like urban fantasy. I don't like magical realism.
Those are very different things. And DeLorean came in and was like, no, my sister would be so mad.
Let me tell you that when you said, I saw your sister being, and then there was a pause, my brain was like, arrested?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else goes after being.
Yeah. All right, Jules. I want to go to Chicago. Oh, you did, Jen. That's funny. Do I think 80K is too short for a sci-fi debut? No. It might be a little too short for like a space opera or something.
Not for the same reason I'm going to Chicago in 2 weeks, right? Okay. Like you're doing like a tour of people and I'm going to
I think Kaylee's going for family.
I briefly got really excited because like it would make sense for Kaylee to be at a fantasy convention. But I feel like that was not what we uncovered last week.
Yeah, but 80K, it depends, of course, on the genre. If it's like a super, super like fully sci-fi book, that might be a little too short for the audience, but I don't think not in a way that would diminish your chances on its own.
Jen and DeLorean as the Ken and Barbie arrest photos. Who's Barbie? Who's Ken?
What? Oh, Jen and DeLorean? Who's
Yeah.
Barbie? Who's Ken?
Yeah. Who's like, and who's like, which one's which?
I don't know. That's a good question.
LeakyCon. They've opened up to all everything. And who's coming? Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood is going to be there. Amongst like 5 million other famous people. But like,
no, Kaylee's going to show up at your conference.
that would be nice. I would like to know people. I am very nervous about going.
Oh, sci-fi romance is a tough genre right now. I'll just tell you that. I don't know why it shouldn't be, but a lot of publishers are like really not looking for it.
Well, I would like to know more immediately. Those booths are so expensive. A friend of mine
has had it all.
Vending and has 2 tables or like a corner or something. It's like $1,000. That's so much.
Yeah, I did see the Fiesta in the park. I was trying to figure out what day it was, and I saw they're doing vendor applications. I was like, how much is this? And I was like, no.
Yeah, when I did it at Misty, I paid $100. And I think like she sells is like 15 or something. You know Melissa what?
Jesus.
You know Melissa Anelli? It's $4,000 like for a table for 2. That is too much money. How are like artists supposed to?
Well, the Artist Alley is kind of a different thing usually. Vendors and Artist Alley are 2 different things.
So that's a leaky con.
At the bigger cons, at least.
I mean, that's what I'm used to, but the price is basically the bigger the con, that's too much money. The bigger the con, the more they charge, which feels incorrect. That's so much money. Do you know how much rent you could pay for these numbers? I mean, in like Central Florida, like, half a month or something, but like, that's so much money.
But I assume it's worth it because Kaylee goes back every year.
A copy of that is on my to-buy list, but I have not purchased it yet.
Don't share this.
All right, I guess I'm not putting that comment on the screen. Holy cow!
Wow.
Do you know how much rent you could pay with that? Again, in Central Florida, like 2 months maybe, but...
Yeah, I see why you keep going back.
That blows my mind. I am not good with numbers, y'all.
I need more water. As soon as we start the next prep, I'm going to get more water. Yeah, you do a lot of prep work for it too. Yeah.
Do you ever need like help? Because I've discovered at the collective table, I really like sitting at the table and like selling stuff to people. That's fun. I would totally come and just do that.
Or wants to too.
Especially since MegaCon is like not my favorite. I went once and was very underwhelmed by it.
Yeah. I do like sitting behind a table with a table between me and other people.
Right. And then just like convincing them to like things that I also like.
Five people at your booth. Nice.
Well, you've got 2 more, Kaylee. So we are in.
We're going to start in 13 seconds.
I am so glad you are the grown-up tonight.
I wouldn't go that far.
You're paying attention to the clock. That's like, ooh, I touched a button.
All right. Are you ready?
No, I almost invited guests into the studio. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, on your mark, get set.
Finish strong. And that's time. Our final sprint is now complete. And I assume in advance that I'm incredibly proud of every single one of us. How do we do? Excellent.
I had to finish typing a sentence.
So sounds like you did great then.
I finished one critique and started another. I need help with a word, though.
Pizzazz.
Oh, Nick did the same thing. A specific word.
That does not make me feel good about my joke. Someone got there already. All right, what's the word?
So when someone's not a collaborator, but someone who just kind of like stands by and lets bad things happen.
Bystander?
What is the word for that? Like a bystander, but with like a negative connotation.
Yeah. We're apparently all on the same page. All right.
Oh, I like complicit.
Ooh, complicit, yes.
Yeah. Complicit's good. I think I'm going to go with complicit. Thanks, guys.
Complicit.
Thanks, Nick.
Let me tell you, I put that into Google and came up with bystander a lot. And also the term ethical bystander, which is not a thing I'd heard before.
Oh, I haven't heard that either. Complicit. Got it. Done.
Nice.
Yeah, enabler is good. Enable feels a little bit more active to me, but we got it. Thanks, everyone.
You know what's an incredibly ominous way to title an email? Bess, do you love surprises? No, corporation. I do not.
No. Have you met Bess? No.
Why? The answer, it turns out, is Krispy Kreme is putting M&Ms inside donuts, which does feel like a good surprise, but that's not how I would have presented it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Nice.
Thank you. I know, right? Name of person. Do you love surprise? This is very intimate for a, computer produced email. And no.
I think my worst email's title subject would be "We need to talk."
My friend got a new job recently, and the boss makes a point of saying, "Hey, I need to see you in my office later. Don't worry, it's not bad." And I'm like, I would also like to work for your boss.
Yeah.
Are they hiring in Florida? They're in Boston. But overall, we crushed it tonight, and I'm very proud of all of us. Excellent work.
Yeah, I wish I was a little bit further along than I am, but I guess I'll work on this tomorrow.
Oh, I forgot I never got like a really good confetti. Like, it's not bad, but it could be better.
I don't know what we're going to eat tonight, but it seems like it might involve a lot of carbs.
That sounds great to me. Yeah, the political emails are always like, the opponent is going to burn babies at the stake until you give us $20.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't want the babies to burn at the stake, but like, I feel like that can't possibly be correct either. Wow, that's like company nagging. That's amazing. I love that.
12,500 a year spending minimum. Okay.
What is terms?
Oh, we'll miss you, Jessica.
Oh no. Well,
are you teaching now? Someone mentioned you to me the other day. Are you Teaching? Are you working at the school?
Gonna be off being brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I did used to write during Gator football games when I lived in New York when I first started writing, because in football there's so much downtime. It was Jenny. Yeah, it was Jenny. You're right.
What?
For that vendor that she was talking about.
I feel like this is going to get deeper into the weeds than anyone else would possibly care about, so I'm going to stop asking my questions right there. When I was in college, before I knew I had ADHD, I would put reality TV shows on in the background. So, like, technically, I have seen a lot of The Bachelor, but, like, in reality, I have not seen any of The Bachelor. But it's just like, it's good noise.
I did for a while when I was having a lot of trouble focusing. I would put on both music and Law and Order. Law and Order just because it was on TV all the time, forever.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get like simulate an experience of like being at a cafe or something.
Nice. Yeah, same thing, I think. I just got a bill from my doctor I haven't seen in 8 months. Gonna be calling about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't tell a lie, y'all. I'm tired of doctors.
Oh, it's 36 minutes in. Yeah, Courtney the other day when we had dinner, Courtney was like, "Is there a soccer game tonight?" And I was like, I am not the person that would know the answer to that question.
There are so many, like even a decade ago, so many reality dating shows that like you've never heard of. I have seen so many, none of which I retain.
Interesting, Ellery. I also listen to podcasts when I fold laundry and cook and do dishes, but it's because so my brain doesn't get bored while I do those activities.
Yeah, that's to stave off understimulation.
Yep.
Actually, the other one maybe as well. So that was a terrible comparison. Just cut the last like 30 seconds out of this episode.
They did have a random sport on the TV when we had dinner there. It was, what was it called? Slam ball or something? It was basketball, but with some trampolines inside the 3-point circle.
Ooh, you know what's fun? Competitive juggling.
Competitive juggling.
Yeah, they're all like juggling in a ring, like in a space, and then they try to knock each other's pins out of the air.
Like contact juggling.
Yeah, like it's a thing.
All right, well, I'm going to sign off and figure out what we're eating for dinner.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, who wants to do the reminder to do the clicky thumb thing? Someone in the comments. One of you guys.
Oh, fun facts! We almost forgot fun facts.
Okay. Yeah, everyone do fun facts, and also someone do the reminder for the clicky thing.
Humans replace 15% of the oxygen lungs when we inhale, but dolphins replace 90%.
So their lungs are way more efficient than ours?
I guess so. We shed about 100 pounds of skin by age 70. That's pretty gross. Okay.
No wonder my vacuum is so busy all the time.
I think people with psoriasis probably shed even more, though, because we shed a lot of skin. Thank you, T. Hermit.
Man, our lungs are so inefficient. How do we get dolphin lungs?
That is not a question that I'd ever considered before. Are there
Dude, if we had dolphin lungs, we could avoid getting the bends.
Oh, that's nice.
I want dolphin lungs. Their lungs are collapsible. That's why.
The faces you are making right now.
Their lungs are collapsible. Everyone should be making that face right now.
So, like, what fills up the space when their lungs collapse?
Collapsible lungs.
Or does their, like, chest just, like,
Okay, according to Andreas
go in
Fallman
that much?
from Texas A&M in Corpus Christi, dolphins can replace as much as 95% of the air in their lungs in a single breath, and humans are capable of replacing only as much as 65%.
Oh.
Uh,
Does it say air or oxygen? Because Kay said oxygen.
oh, you did. This says air. Oh, this is so cool. They found out about the collapsible lungs by working with 6 bottlenose dolphins who would volunteer to come and help out. So, like, if they didn't want to do the test anymore, they could just, like, leave.
Okay.
And they were trained to sit still and breathe into a mask.
All right, dolphins. Whales have gone past the point of return and can no longer live on land. I mean, we're going to have less and less land as we go on, so that seems fine for them.
Well, to be fair, they do have little feet in their fins. So, like, I guess at some point they could have re-landified. So
All
they
right.
can collapse their alveoli.
Well, I can't wait for my dreams tonight about having dolphin lungs. I'm going to go cook.
I'm learning so much about lungs.
Adriana. That's sad. But yesterday when I went to take the trash out, it surprised me it had been raining, and I was expecting, like the full, like, 90 whatever degree oven, and it wasn't, and I was like, what's happening? It really confused me.
So apparently we just figured out the collapsible lung thing like 8 years ago. So at the time of all the articles when it was very exciting, they didn't know why, but maybe they had different biochemical compositions. And now I'm learning about surfactant, which we sometimes give to preemies made from cows.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. You can just keep spouting facts. Bye.
Oh, okay. Yo, lungs are so cool.
All right, everyone stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. And we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.